Hey y'all, what's going on? We're playing the Jags at home, big divisional game. The only update really is it's the last week of our injury situation, at least part of it. I mean, Tajay will be out longer. But that undrafted free agent wide receiver that we switched to running back for the time being, I switched his number to number one and kind of upgraded some of his apparel because I'm thinking about maybe keeping him at running back because I didn't realize that running backs can still play in the slot, and that's all we were going to use him as. So, thinking about it. But yeah, let me turn off the mic. Love y'all. Peace.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the focus goes to Rasul Douglas, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Jaguars and the Titans, coming up next.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Lawrence going to put it up right away. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Titan football. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did, but he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. A little juke, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Titans at 6-3 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Play action now. Levis. And that is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Let's go. Here's a 2nd and 8. Etienne once more. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Titan defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Now Lawrence on first down. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Harold Landry, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Levis. And brought in downfield by Burks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Jaguars very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one, so now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Levis back to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Levis from the gun. That supports it. He's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And it was Treylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now out come the Jags. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones from 8 yards out, and the Jags are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Will Levis and the offense back out there.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will have a Titans first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Running out of the gun with ETN. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Yasir Abdullah making the stop. 2nd and 10. Levis now off of play action. This one downfield to Burks. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A gain there of 30 big ones. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3. Levis to throw off play action. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now Levis. Across the formation, Burks has it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on first. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Could have been. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Back to throw, it's Levis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Tennessee's offense back to work again. We'll see Traylon Burks. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Levis to throw it. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, 47 yards. And the Jaguars take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down, Dillon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Back to Dillon on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Levis. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pass interference. Defense. What's up, man?
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the 2nd half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the 1st, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. On the counter, ETN. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now Lawrence to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Levis. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Play action now. Levis. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works free. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the... Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks him. And the Titans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the fourth quarter. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Levis. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Levis will try to throw for the 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Foyesade American.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Lawrence will throw. This one caught by Ridley. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. Etienne up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Lawrence, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. They go play action now. Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's going to be taken down. But there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold or did they rough the quarterback? Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A give running right, Etienne. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's going to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Levis back to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Jaguars getting set to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third down, here's Etienne. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the Titans first down, and that should just about do it. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Titans, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3.